Imagine an animal so massive that a single neck bone is longer than you are tall. So heavy that every step it took shook the ground beneath it. This isn't fiction. These were the sauropods, the largest land animals to ever walk the earth. Today, we're diving into the world of their fossils, where every bone tells a story, every dig site reveals a secret, and every named specimen, like the famous T-Rex specimens, Sue, Stan, and Scotty, earns a permanent place in the history of science. Sauropods are a group of dinosaurs known for their long necks, long tails, and 4 thick pillar-like legs. They roamed the Earth from the late Triassic all the way through the late Cretaceous, a staggering span of nearly 200 million years. This group includes some of the most famous names in paleontology: Diplodocus, Brachiosaurus, Apatosaurus, Argentinosaurus, and Patagotitan. Their sheer size meant they needed hundreds of kilograms of vegetation every single day to survive. And that's exactly why their fossil sites are always so dramatic, because when an animal this large dies, its skeleton becomes a time capsule buried in the earth. In paleontology, a species name alone isn't enough. A specimen only becomes legendary once it earns its own nickname. Just as the T-Rex world remembers Sue, the most complete T-Rex skeleton ever found, now housed at the Field Museum in Chicago, Stan, which sold for a record-breaking price at auction, and Scotty, considered the most massive T-Rex specimen ever discovered, the sauropod world has its own legendary names. The first is Dippy the Diplodocus, unearthed in 1898 from Wyoming's Morrison Formation, and today the centerpiece of London's Natural History Museum. Then there's the American Museum of Natural History's famous Apatosaurus mount, discovered in the early 1900s during the Bone Wars, the fierce fossil hunting rivalry between Othniel Marsh and Edward Cope. And then, one of the greatest modern discoveries, Patagotitan majorum, found in 2014 by a farmer in Chubut province, Patagonia, Argentina. Its femur alone was so massive that a crane was needed to lift it. Another name the scientific world won't forget, Dreadnoughtus shrani, unearthed in 2005 in Santa Cruz province, Argentina. Considered one of the most complete giant sauropod skeletons ever found, with roughly 70% of its bones preserved.
Fossils don't just turn up anywhere. Geology plays a huge role. Sauropod fossils are concentrated in a handful of key formations around the world. First, the Morrison Formation, spanning Wyoming, Colorado, Utah, and New Mexico in the United States. Dating to the late Jurassic period, roughly 155 to 148 million years ago, this formation produced giants like Diplodocus, Apatosaurus, and Brachiosaurus. Second, Argentina's Noacan Basin and Cerro Barcino Formation in Patagonia, the source of Argentinosaurus and Patagotitan, some of the largest land animals ever recorded. Third is Africa's Tendaguru Formation in Tanzania, which produced the Brachiosaurus skeleton now standing in Berlin's Natural History Museum. Several other discoveries have also come from New Mexico, where late Cretaceous sediments have yielded remains of giant titanosaurs. Each formation carries its own story, ancient river deltas, floodplains, or lakebed sediments that preserved these animals for millions of years. So, how do scientists know if a fossil is 150 million years old or 70 million? The answer lies in radiometric dating and stratigraphy. Radiometric dating involves analyzing volcanic ash or minerals found within rock layers, using techniques like uranium-lead dating or argon-argon dating, which measure radioactive decay to pinpoint an exact age. Stratigraphy is the second piece of the puzzle, the study of the order of rock layers. Each layer of Earth represents a specific time period. The deeper the layer, the older it is. When a fossil is found within a specific layer, scientists use that layer's known age to determine the fossil's age. This is why, whenever a new specimen is discovered, its exact stratigraphic position is carefully recorded, because finding a bone isn't enough. Knowing exactly when and where it came from is just as critical. Every major discovery comes with its own controversy, and that's exactly what makes this science so compelling. The biggest debate is Brontosaurus actually a valid genus? For decades, scientists believed Brontosaurus was simply a duplicate name for Apatosaurus, a naming mistake from over a century ago. But a 2015 study reclassified Brontosaurus as a genus in its own right, and the debate continues to this day. The second controversy centers on size records. Who was truly the biggest, Argentinosaurus, Patagotitan, or the mysterious Marapunisaurus, known from a single vertebra that was later lost? Because complete skeletons are almost never found, scientists must estimate size from partial remains, which is exactly why the title of world's largest dinosaur keeps changing every few years. Third, and perhaps the most controversial, is the issue of fossil auctions. Whenever a complete or near-complete sauropod or theropod skeleton is sold at an auction house like Sotheby's or Christie's, it sparks outrage in the paleontology community. Scientists argue that fossils sold to private collectors are often lost to research forever, while auction houses maintain that private funding makes many discoveries possible in the first place.
Sauropod body engineering is nothing short of a marvel. Their long necks were built from pneumatic, meaning air-filled bones, which kept the weight down while maintaining strength. Some species, like Supersaurus, could grow up to 39 meters long, roughly the length of 3 school buses lined up end to end. Their weight sometimes reached an astonishing 70 tons, more than 10 African elephants combined. The famous death pose, seen in many of these fossils, where the neck is bent sharply backward, puzzled scientists for a long time. Today, it's widely believed this position forms after death, as muscles and ligaments dry out and contract, rather than from any struggle before death. Every new discovery, whether a complete skeleton or a single skull fragment, gives us fresh insight into these giants' lives, growth rates, and eventual extinction. These are the very fossils that continue to be the centerpieces of world-class museums, London, New York, Berlin, Chicago, drawing millions of visitors every year for a glimpse into the Mesozoic world. Sauropods aren't just bones, they're the greatest stories to ever walk the Earth, still amazing us millions of years later. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit like, drop a comment telling us which dinosaur you think was truly the biggest, and subscribe to the channel, because next time we're bringing you another giant story straight from its dig site.